Paris, the city of love, home to the Eiffel Tower, beautiful architecture, some of the world's most famous museums, and of course, the Mona Lisa. This international city is at the heart of France's political, economic, social and cultural life. In this documentary, I'll be travelling around Paris in the hope of gaining an insight into the life of the city. This is my journey. My first footsteps onto French soil were here at the Jardin des Tuileries. This beautiful park is located between the Louvre Museum and the Place de la Concorde and runs alongside the River Seine. You can always find artists sketching here, as this park was once considered the best kept in Europe and contains many exquisite statues and pieces of abstract art. After making my way through the park, I discovered the Pont des Arts. As you can see, there are hundreds of padlocks fixed to the bridge itself. These are called love locks. This is a custom by which couples fix these locks onto the bridge to symbolise their everlasting love before throwing the key into the River Seine below. I soon made my way to the Notre Dame. This beautiful cathedral sees around 10 million people through its doors each year, and yet still retains an inspiring sense of calm. Intricate carvings decorate the arches of the west front. The cathedral's gardens are full of sparrows, looking for the occasional bit of food dropped by tourists. This man, however, seemed to be attracting a lot of sparrows as he fed them from his hand. In the 12th century, Bishop Maurice de Sully decided that Paris needed its own cathedral. Pope Alexander III laid the foundation stone in 1163, before the cathedral was completed nearly 200 years later in 1345. A spiritual atmosphere filled the inside of the Notre Dame as the service took place.
Évangile de Jésus-Christ selon saint Luc. Jésus disait à ses disciples.
The Musée du Louvre was the next stop on my journey. The Louvre is one of the most famous art galleries in the world, covering a vast period from around 7000 BC to 1848. The main entrance is through the striking glass pyramid located in the middle of the large Napoleon courtyard. Inside the museum, there are around 35,000 works on display, including what is considered to be the most famous piece of artwork, the Mona Lisa. This painting by Leonardo da Vinci is surrounded by bulletproof glass and a constant crowd of admirers. The Mona Lisa is located in the same room as The Wedding at Cana, painted by Pablo Veronese. This painting is the largest in the Louvre, with a horizontal length of just under 10 meters. Other works, such as Roman art and the Egyptian collection, can also be found in the Louvre. As the night drew ever closer, I embarked on a river cruise along the Seine. You can see many of Paris's famous landmarks on one of these cruises, from the Eiffel Tower to the Grand Palais, and not forgetting Notre Dame. The Seine River is 776 kilometers long and is said to have a total of 37 bridges crossing over it. I was very fortunate to see the Eiffel Tower's spectacular light show. An astonishing 10,000 light bulbs contribute to the beautiful light display. I was truly honoured to see this magnificent display. The busy lifestyle of Parisians is very evident when walking along the streets of Paris, where you are never too far from a mine. These busy streets contrast to the next stop on my journey, the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. The Sacré-Cœur, meaning Sacred Heart, is one of Paris's most prominent landmarks as it sits at the top of Montmartre's hill. It is a Roman Catholic church dedicated to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Its beautiful Eastern-inspired dome is the second highest point in Paris, and the views from the top stretch up to 50 kilometers. You are sure to find performers on the steps leading up to the church, like this talented harpist who played beautifully. To this day, despite the constant stream of visitors, the Sacré-Cœur has not lost its focus as a place of worship. Unfortunately, no photography or filming was allowed in this truly beautiful building. This building is the Centre Pompidou. It houses one of the largest collections of modern art in the world. The cylindrical external escalator can take you from the first floor to the 6th floor, where you can begin to view the exhibitions, working your way down. The square fronting of the centre is always alive with jugglers, artists and musicians. This didgeridoo player attracted quite a crowd. There is a lot to see inside the Centre Pompidou, and you can always get a bite to eat in the cafe if you are feeling peckish. The works inside clearly demonstrate the contemporary style of art. With my trip drawing to a close, I had only one place left to visit, the Eiffel Tower. Standing at an impressive 324 meters tall, the Eiffel Tower finds its way into many of the city's best views. Alexandre Gustave Eiffel was a French structural engineer, as well as an architect, an entrepreneur, and a specialist of metallic structures. He was the designer of the Eiffel Tower that was built from 1887 to 1889 for the Universal Exposition in Paris. The tower's ironwork weighs in at 10,000 tons and has 18,000 metal sections, as well as 2.5 million rivets. There are 3 levels in the tower. From level 2, at 120 meters high, you can get a good view of the River Seine, as well as the Sacré-Cœur. But to get the best views, you need to make your way up to the summit of the tower at a dizzying height of 280 meters. Once you reach the summit, the views are stunning, and on a clear day, you can see up to 75 kilometers away. The Palais de Chaillot and Les Défenses, a major business district of Paris, are beautifully visible from the summit. You can see the river Seine stretching out of Paris, and from this height, people and vehicles seem to resemble miniature figures. This was a view I certainly wouldn't forget. My time in Paris has finally come to an end. My insight into this city has left me with a new understanding of what made this place so great and the beauty that continues to draw people from far and wide. This has been my journey, but will it be yours?